Last night I discussed with you how to write a précis, and I gave you the rules and regulations, methods of writing a précis. But without having any knowledge about vocabularies, good vocabularies, you cannot write a précis. Because précis writing depends upon the use of good vocabulary. And tonight I have appeared before you with some vocabularies, about 34 vocabularies, and all the vocabularies or each vocabulary starts with in. In, you know, is prefix, and vocabulary with in means no or not. It is used in the negative sense. Hello, viewers, those who are interested in learning new vocabularies for your future use must join the class, must attend the class, so that you may be equipped with your writing capability or writing capacity. Whatever may be the case, let us enter the subject without making my introduction lengthy. And I know that all of you will be highly benefited if you can understand the meanings of all these vocabularies and if you can use them in your own sentences. It also increases your fluency in English. It also enhances your speaking English correctly, efficiently, and at the same time fluently. So fluency in English ultimately depends upon the use of vocabulary. Hello, my viewers. I see that somebody has joined, and invite your friends and your relations to join the class, to attend the class, to have the idea about vocabularies. However, my first vocabulary is incredible. Incredible. Incredible means unbelievable. Unbelievable. That cannot be believed. It is beyond our belief. For example, he has scored the goal from the midfield incredibly. That means without our imagination, without our belief that he has done this. Hello? No Hindi movie ko na. No, hello. I don't speak Hindi. I can't speak Hindi, but I understand Hindi and I know the meanings of Hindi, but I can't speak. This is my loophole. Don't mind, please. However, incredible means without or beyond our belief. Beyond our belief. He has scored the goal incredibly. Another example, the man has done such a work. It is a rumor. and at the same time it is incredible. It is incredible. Those who have joined must like, comment, share, and subscribe to an easy step to English grammar. Thanking all of you. So incredible is adjective and incredibly is adverb. Clear? Inaudible. Inaudible. A-U-D-I-B-L-E. Inaudible. I have already mentioned that in here is used as prefix and it means no or not. Inaudible, that cannot be heard. That cannot be heard. The old man was so weak that he was speaking in an almost inaudible voice. That means the voice that you cannot understand. Almost in a very weak voice. Clear? Infertile. Infertile. All words have been picked up with in prefix. Infertile. That is lacking the productive power. For example, the farmers are producing food grains day after day by using some chemical fertilizer, and that is why the lands are now infertile. The lands are now infertile. That means they have lost their productive capacity. Infertile. Clear? Now my next example is inflammable. Inflammable. I-N-F-L-A-M-M-A-B-L-E. Inflammable means that is exposed to fire and it catches fire very rapidly. When it is exposed to fire, it catches fire very rapidly. For example, don't carry petrol in a train or a bus because it is an inflammable liquid. Clear? Inflammable. Next example is inessential. Inessential. That is not essential. My father always advised me to avoid inessential luxuries because we belong to the middle class or lower middle class family. So my father always advised me to avoid inessential luxuries. Clear? Hello, dear friends. Please call in your friends and other associations so that they may also join the class and attend the class to have the idea about vocabularies. Next example is inevitable. Inevitable means that cannot be avoided. That cannot be avoided. As for example, death is inevitable to any human life. How can you avoid death? It is inevitable. Clear? Inevitable is adjective. Inevitable is an adjective. So we may automatically use inevitably. Inevitably, he has done his home task. Inevitably. Now let us come to another inefficient. Inefficient, that is not efficient, not capable of doing something. For example, the boss of the office has entrusted him with the task, or entrusted him with the project, but he is so inefficient a clerk that he can't do it. Inefficient. Therefore, inefficiently is adverb. Clear? Ineligible, that is not fit for the job. Ineligible. This is the post for a qualified person, but he has applied for the post and he is ineligible. Ineligible is actually adjective. Clear? Next item is inexhaustible. Exhaustable. Inexhaustible. That cannot be exhausted. That cannot be finished. That is inexhaustible. For example, he has carried cooked food in his tiffin carrier, and we the two persons cannot consume them, and it is inexhaustible. It cannot be exhausted by two persons. If you like, comment and share and subscribe. I think that I shall be enthused and encouraged to give you more vocabularies so that you may use them in your conversation, in your daily conversation, in your writing, in your communication with other persons, in business places, in market, everywhere. Another is incurable. Incurable. Once upon a time, people thought that leprosy was an incurable disease that cannot be cured by medicine or by treatment. Once upon a time, people thought that leprosy was an incurable disease. But nowadays, it can be cured very easily. Clear? Incurable. Another example is incongruous. Incongruous is mismatching, not matching with the place. For example, after the explosion of the atom bombs on Hiroshima, the debris that scattered everywhere were incongruous to their foundations. That means the debris were incongruous to their foundations, not matching with their foundations, incongruous, mismatching. Clear? Another example is incoherent. Incoherent. C-O-H-E-R-E-N-T. Incoherent. That means the words are uttered or told not smoothly or simply. For example, the criminal during his interrogation by the police, he is speaking in incoherent language. He is speaking in incoherent language. That means his language or his words are not in order, are not in order. That is incoherent. Another example is immeasurable. Immeasurable. Im. Here im is also prefix. Measure, root word, able, suffix. That means that cannot be measured. That cannot be measured. Immeasurable. For example, the depth of the Pacific Ocean is immeasurable. Similarly, his knowledge, his scholarship is also immeasurable. Is also immeasurable. That cannot be measured. Clear? Vidyasagar's kindness was immeasurable. Vidyasagar's scholarship was immeasurable. Another is incomparable. 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 That means that cannot be compared. Incomparable. For example, the benevolence of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is incomparable to the ordinary persons like us. The benevolence, the kind-heartedness, etc. Incomparable. That cannot be compared. Another is inconsistent. Inconsistent. It is just like incoherent. Inconsistent means not matching between two things or two words. The statement you are giving is inconsistent. So the police suspects you inconsistent. Clear? Incalculable. Incalculable. That cannot be calculated. For example, the loss in his business is incalculable, and it is due to his inexperience. Incalculable. Clear? Incessant. Incessant, that is continuous. The rainfall today is incessant, or it is raining incessantly, or it has been raining incessantly. INCESSANTLY. Clear? Another example is inappropriate. Inappropriate. that is not appropriate. Not just the example you are giving in this case is inappropriate. That is not appropriate. Or you are answering all the questions inappropriately. Clear? That is adverb. Inadequate, not adequate, not sufficient. The food grains during the flood situation was inadequate to the flood victims. Inadequate. Clear? It is adjective. Inactive, not active. For example, he is inactive, yet he has been entrusted with the task of doing it. He is inactive. That means lazy. Another example is inactively. He has been sitting in his home inactively, that is lazily, without doing nothing or without doing anything, inactively. So I have given you many words that can be used in speaking, writing, communicating in business places, marketplaces, etc. And also while writing your pressing, because you require some single words for writing your pressing. Thanking all of you. Good night. Like, comment, share and subscribe.